What's going on, YouTube? I am on my way to work, and I figured I would take you guys with me because this is going to be the video of the 5 things I love about my 350Z. I know I did the 5 things I hate about it, so it's only right to do this one. So, number 1 for me, my 350Z, I love the sound of the 350Z when you get the right exhaust. 350Zs, they just produce a sound that's like no other. I mean, no matter what you're doing, if you hear a 350Z, you know it's a 350Z. Like, I can't stress that enough. I mean, listen. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it's always that. It's like a perfect sound to me. You can't go wrong with it, especially like with me. I mean, I obviously have the ISR pipe. If you've watched my previous videos and whatnot. Fucking cement truck in front of me. Number 2 for me is going to be the CD009 transmission. My car specifically, in the earlier models as well, did not come with the CD009. They came with you know, the previous CD00s, you know, like 1, 2, whatever. But if you can get your hands on a CD009 to swap into it, like me, I actually got very lucky with mine. The person I got it from, he was giving the car away to his son, and his son didn't want it, and I think he said that his son was wanting like something simple, like a Prius or something like that, which, I mean, to each their own. Speaking of which, there's one in front of me right now. But he decided to park the car out, and I got mine for $400. Now try to find one nowadays and spend only $400. It just doesn't happen. They last a long time. You see a lot of people putting them on their other cars, like LS swaps. A lot of people tend to, you know, they like the T56 transmission, but some people do end up swapping the CD009 into it. I know a lot of 240 guys, they use the CD009s. I mean, it's all around a good transmission. Let's see, number 3 on my list is going to be the looks of the 350Z. It's a smooth body. The Z chassis is one of a kind. I mean, a lot of people do like the S chassis, and I do too. I mean, don't get me wrong, but the Z chassis just feels a lot more compact. It's not as long as the S chassis. It feels more stable when you're hitting corners. It's hard to get them nowadays, just because like the drift tax and shit. A lot of people are scooping them up to drift them, and that's what I planned on doing with this one. But now I'm kind of trying to play it smart. Mine is the Brickyard color, as you know. I want to get it resprayed and, you know, build it up and whatnot and sit on it. Because here soon, these cars, all the chassis are going to be gone because everybody's crashed them and clapped them out. And the Z chassis is, you know, it's going to become rare. I just had number 4 in my head. What was it? Number 4 is going to be parts. So there's Concept Z. Their website is Concept Z Performance. Just pretty much type it in Google, it'll pop up. But they are some of the nicest guys I've ever met. And then there's also Z1, which I want to say is based out of Atlanta. But there's always going to be an abundance of parts to buy for these cars. You can find them on Marketplace, you can find them on eBay, you can find them on OfferUp, you can find them on Craigslist. They're just everywhere. So you really can't not find a part. I mean, there's even a place in downtown Phoenix, and it's a junkyard with nothing but Z's and G's. And that's the other thing too. The G35 is interchangeable with the 350Z. So like any parts that are, well, not any, I mean most of them. Most of the parts on the G35 are going to be compatible with the 350Z. Alright, so number 5, and I know I've complained about it in the last video, is going to be the engine. And let me explain why. Now, mine is a DE. I don't really particularly care too much about the DE. The HRs is where it's at. And I want to say I said that in the last video, not sure, but the HRs are going down as one of the better engines of the JDM world. And the reason why I say that is just because it's a very well balanced engine. If you don't know exactly what I'm talking about, I'll try to explain it quick. But like, when your engine's always moving, like rotating all these parts and everything, your engine tends to want to vibrate and shake and stuff like that and move. With the way they did things in these engines, they made it so it's got very, very little movement. Now it's more so on the HR, and with the HR you don't have like